Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum. Am I allowed to take this off or not allowed to take this off?
Take it off is
Take
fine.
it off, is it okay behind the shield?
Yes.
I was asked to give a quick reminder for today, Sunday. Mark your calendar that you're already aware of that today is the 11th of the month of Shawwal. So think about what you've been doing 2 weeks ago. Think about Ramadan and think about self-evaluation. This is the quick, short topic that we're talking about today in the next 10 minutes. Self-evaluation of where are you today and did Ramadan benefit me or not? That's what we need to talk about. So let's go back before Ramadan. Some of us before Ramadan, not this Fajr group, alhamdulillah, but some of us before Ramadan maybe never even prayed, right? Some Muslim people that you might know some of them, right? And you may not know some of them. Some maybe of our family members, even it could be because some of us raising children, for example, in this country here, and things are a little difficult. So some of us may not be the rule follower or the continuously to pray people. So some of us never prayed before Ramadan and they decide to enter Ramadan and they actually start praying, if we can say that, right? This masjid is not as full as the way it used to be 2 weeks ago, right? Makes sense? So now some of us that they were here 2 weeks ago in the last 10 days of Ramadan, they're no longer here. Not in the Fajr prayer, not in the Isha prayer, and maybe they go to another masjid, but the normal scenario is that you have less people. You reduce the number of people when it comes down to Ramadan is over and here we are starting a different month and happen to be the month of Shawwal. What I'm trying to tell you, all of you and myself, reminding myself with you at the same time, that this is a good time for reflection and self-evaluation. And when I say self-evaluation, try to reflect about, did my deeds in Ramadan get accepted or not? Am I continuing doing the more that I did during Ramadan, or I'm completely decide to halt and stop and have a break in my action? Because Allah proved to me that it was all doable, right? So your fasting was done for 30 days and you survived it, alhamdulillah. Your qiyam that you did after Isha, your Tarawih prayer was done for 30 days and you survived it, alhamdulillah. Your tahajjud that was increased in the last 10 days of Ramadan was also done for 10 days and you survived it and you made it. Your sleep or lack of sleep that was actually taken away from you, or you decided to give it away for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the entire month of Ramadan, was done and you survived it, alhamdulillah. The question that you ask yourself, did Allah accept my deeds from what I offered during Ramadan? And that's when you, a part of the evaluation, that's when you look and you say, where I am now, am I continuing doing what I'm doing? Can I relate to some of the deeds that I did during Ramadan? Can I wake up a little half an hour earlier before Fajr prayer and perform some Tahajjud prayer before the Adhan of Fajr is actually due? Can I fast some days as a part of the Sunnah, even if the fasting month of Ramadan of the 30 days is over? Do you know in the next 4 days, we'll have a sale. We'll have a clearance. This is a big sale, right? So the big sale is, today is the 11th of Shawwal, we talked about that. And tomorrow is the 12th, and the next 3 days after the 12 are 13, 14, and 15, and you get three sunnah to hit, if you want to. The sunnah of fasting Mondays and Thursdays will be included. The sunnah of fasting the 3 moon days, middle of the month days, 13, 14, and 15, will be also included. The sunnah of fasting days of Shawwal, will be also included. If you manage to get your 6 days of the month of Shawwal based on the hadith that whoever fasts Ramadan and followed the fasting of Ramadan with another 6 days of fasting during the next month, which is this month of Shawwal, as if he fasted the entire year. If you manage to get your 6 days away already, that's great, but you don't have to get it all in a row. If you did not get those 6 days yet and you would like to fit them in the next 4 days, you are more than welcome to do it. So try to evaluate about what I was doing in Ramadan that I can actually continue to do. You know, this may not be the good or the appropriate crowd to listen to what I'm talking about today, but you need to pass this message to other people, to your family members, to your friends that you know. What happened to you after Ramadan? Are we stopping? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us only to worship Him during the month of Ramadan, and when the month is over we need to stop, or we actually need to continue our worshiping to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do we know that there's a hadith that says أفضل الأعمال أدومها وإن قلت, that the best action, the best deeds that you provide to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that it is continuing even if it's little. So if you continue praying 2 rak'ah before Fajr and you decided to have it with you regardless if it's Ramadan time or not, that will be a good deed that you provide. Sunnah prayer. How many of us pray Sunnah? How many of us focused in Sunnah during the month of Ramadan? How many of us continuing praying Sunnah after the month of Ramadan? 12 rak'ah a day. 12 rak'ah, beautiful 12 rak'ah a day. I'm not talking about the mandatory 5 prayers. I'm talking about the Sunnah prayers. I'm talking about the 2 rak'ah before Fajr. I'm talking about the 4 rak'ah before Dhuhr. I'm talking about the other 2 rak'ah after Dhuhr. I'm talking about the 2 rak'ah after Maghrib and the 2 rak'ah after Isha, and there is nothing with the Asr. The 12 rak'ah that you have of the Sunnah a day, you pray it once a day, you get a house built in Jannah. You let this go? Next time, we'll remind you, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Kalau nggak diginiin nggak kelihatan.